Good morning, everyone. It's Deb again, and I'm here to talk to you about your mindset. That's right. This is another ICAN Mindset Minute. Today, we want to talk about specifically recruiting and how you define recruiting. I want to challenge you to look at the way your brain has connected or defined sponsoring, recruiting, enrolling, whatever your company calls it. And we want to look at it and say, is it helping you? Is it serving you? Is it causing you to say, wow, I can't wait to get out today and sponsor somebody new into my business? Or is it creating resistance or procrastination? Is it causing you to hold back in fear? Now, as we look at how our brain defines things, we're going to use neuroscience today a little bit. I want to talk to you about how your brain wires and connects things. So basically, here's the bottom line, right? Your brain wires and connects two different associations. It makes associations. So it says, recruiting is just like this. So what I want you to do is just feel into that and answer this question for me. When I say recruiting is just like what? How would you answer that? How would you finish that sentence? See, most people would say it's kind of like persuading, right? It's like convincing. It's like chasing. At least that's what it feels like to most of us. But the truth is, recruiting can just be sharing, right? It can just be talking. It can just be expressing something you absolutely love and adore. So let me show you what that looks like. I want you to imagine for just a minute. I want you to think about something you absolutely adore talking about. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe you love talking about what they're doing at school and how they're doing in the world and what their accomplishments are. And especially, you remember when they were little, it was like you talked about every little thing. Or maybe you love talking about restaurants, right? You love sharing your favorite restaurants and your favorite foods. Or maybe you love talking about cooking, or you love to talk about your creative endeavors, or maybe what you love talking about is travel. Love to share all the amazing places that you've traveled and you've seen in the world. Or maybe you love to talk about what? Your products, your company, your business. You guys get it? So if your brain linked up that recruiting or sponsoring was nothing more than sharing one of the things you absolutely loved, step one, and then step two in the recruiting process was sharing and then checking to see whether or not it's a match. So what if it was this simple? I just want you to kind of feel into this, guys. Feel into what if you talked about this thing you loved and then you just checked in with somebody and said, is that anything that lights your fire? Is there anything about what I said that's hooking you, that's causing you to want to know more? Or is there anything about what I just talked about that makes you think of a friend that you know that could really use, right? That could really have this solution in their lives? You guys kind of get it. And so I want you to kind of feel into the fact that recruiting in its current definition in your head, if you resist it, it's nothing more than the association, the links, the neural linking that has gotten created. Now, neuroscientists talk about a concept. It's simply this: neurons that fire together, wire together. Okay, you guys feel it? Neurons that fire together, wire together. What it simply means is that your brain is constantly saying this is linked to this. So if you're resisting recruiting, it's because you have linked and fired off something painful, something to avoid, something that you don't want to experience. You've linked it up to recruiting. But I got to tell you, right, if you change that wiring, and recruiting to you simply means that you are sharing something that you love and that you're passionate about, and that there is no outcome attached to it. Okay, so let me say it again so you can get it. What if it was just about talking? We love to talk, right? What if that's all it was? What if it was only talking and sharing and inspiring the world? How would it feel if recruiting was nothing more than talking? Imagine about what it would feel like, or what it does feel like for you to talk about your favorite movie, to talk about a book that you've read that you love, to talk about something you know is important to that individual in front of you, right? What does it feel like to give someone the gift of information and knowledge? It feels amazing, as long as you don't attach an outcome. So what if recruiting was nothing more than getting up every day and talking to as many people as you can who want the information you're sharing? See, there's nothing more exciting than talking to somebody who's saying to you, hey, what's the favorite book you've just finished? Or what movies are good to see right now? Or, hey, what's a good restaurant? I want a good Mexican restaurant. Where am I going to find it? What if somebody asked you every single day, hey, what's the health solution that you represent? Or I'm looking for a plan B on a business opportunity. You know anybody? Okay. And what if all you did was answer questions? What if all you did was share the thing you love and you're most passionate about? How would recruiting feel? So what I want you to do is, again, hold up two hands. We did this yesterday. I want you to hold up two hands and ask yourself, all right, if I saw recruiting as pushing, convincing, manipulating, right? Dragging, pushing, pulling, preaching at someone. How does that feel? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about recruiting if it's about convincing, if it's about twisting somebody's arm, if it's about manipulating, if it's about just pushing your own agenda? How does that feel on a scale of 1 to 10? Close your eyes and just feel it. You're gonna get in somebody's face and you have your own agenda and you're gonna twist their arm today. How does that feel? Okay. I don't know about you, but for me, that feels exhausting and it feels bad. It feels negative. I don't want to do it. I want to resist it. I don't want to convince anybody of anything. And if that's what recruiting is, man, I don't want any part of it. See, my guess is that many of you have that going on because when you answer my surveys, here's what you always say to me is, recruiting is one of the hardest things. I know I need to do it in order to grow my business, but I'm adding right to my team at a rate of one person a month. One person a month. Now just let that sink in, guys. If you are adding one person a month to your team and you're probably losing 2 or 3 people, can you feel why you're losing ground? But the only reason you're only adding one person a month is because you are in the act of convincing and pushing and arm twisting. And can you feel the effort of that? That's force effort. But if you say, you know what, enough of that. That's not working. Let's just call it what it is, guys. That isn't working. And you know why? Because it's a much more masculine way of being in the world, convincing other people, overpowering them, changing their attitude, preaching it to them, arguing with them. You guys get it? It's like, it's this energy. I don't blame you for not liking that. But what if we say, stop. I want to define recruiting in a different way. I want to see recruiting over here as something I love doing, something I get up every morning and I'm like, yay! Another opportunity to share my truth, another opportunity to share these unbelievable life-changing products, another opportunity to invite someone to come and play with me. You know, as a kid, one of my favorite things, I was kind of the neighborhood organizer. My parents said that they knew I was either going to be a PE teacher or a drill sergeant. You know why? Because I would go around, I'd knock on every single neighborhood door. And can Sally come out and play? Can Jennifer come out and play? Can Peter come out and play? I would knock on the doors and invite them all to come out and play. And then you know what I'd do? Is I would do calisthenics. I was the teacher, they were the students, and I got them to do calisthenics, right? Or I organized a game, right? Today we're playing kickball, guys. And literally I would organize, invite, and then organize something fun. right? Something fun. And I couldn't wait. I would lay in bed at night and I would think about, what can I do tomorrow? How can I get everybody engaged? And I would go and I'd knock on their door and I would invite them to come and play with me. When I got into network marketing, I said to myself, this is exactly the same thing. I'm knocking on someone's door and saying, want to come out and play? Want to come out and play? And I had so much fun because I was inviting someone to interact, to be a part of my community, to play with me, to enjoy. And I was willing to give my greatest gifts of organization and focus and intention and structure, because that's my gift. And I was inviting them to come and play. So guys, what if you saw recruiting as the simple invitation to come out and play? What if it was simply about sharing something you really love and then you go, want to do it? Want to play? And that's what I would do, right? I'd knock on the doors, want to come out and play? And every once in a while somebody said, well, what are we going to do today? And I'd say, kickball. We're playing kickball. You know how much fun it is? We're going to go over to the park. And we're going to divide up and we're going to have teams. And they're going to be great teams. And we're going to play kickball. It's going to be so much fun. And man, could I sell kickball? You know why? Because I loved it. I loved playing. I loved organizing. I loved accumulating. I loved structuring. I loved helping people feel good about themselves, elevating them. When I was a teacher, I had kids that wanted to come out. I always had something going on, right? And one of my favorite things was we did a gymnastics show. We called it Mini Monkeys, right? And we had a gymnastics show. And every kid in the entire school would try out for it. And you know what? 9 out of 10 of them couldn't even do a somersault, but they wanted to be on the gymnastics team. And so I was always finding ways for them to play. I had a band that got to play. These were the kids that could not do a somersault, but they could play the drums, right? I had somebody that absolutely positively could not do a cartwheel. And so, what I had them do is we had teams that did cool little, like team elevations. We made pyramids. We did all kinds of fun things. They got to be the bottom of the pyramid. Why? Because it wasn't important to be perfect. It was important to participate. It was important to be in community. It was important to be a part of things. So when somebody said to me, what's it going to be like? Man, could I give you the story? And then I'd say, you want to play? You want to be on the team? You want to come out? You want to give up your recesses and come in and participate and practice and be connected? Want to play? You guys, recruiting is nothing more than inviting people to participate in an incredible adventure, a growth experience. Yes, it's an opportunity to make money. Yes, it's an opportunity to have a plan B. Yes, it's an opportunity to represent amazing products. I mean, it's an opportunity to connect with you. It's an opportunity to grow. So share that with your passion and with everything you've got, every ounce of your being. Invite people to come out and play. And then when someone says, no, thank you, it's like, okay, no problem. I'm just going to go next door and see if Susie wants to come out, right? In other words, I was never discouraged when someone didn't like what I had planned. Every single day, I was planning something bigger and bolder because my mission in life was to help people expand. I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. I wanted people to step into more. So let me ask you, what if we redefined the things you don't like to do? If you don't like to sell, don't sell. Share. If you don't like to recruit, don't recruit. Invite people to come and play. And then don't take it personally. Whatever the answer is, don't take it personally. What you're missing, guys, let me say this with as much love and compassion as I can. What you're missing is you are focused so much on the people that say no that you are limiting your opportunity to have millions say yes. Do you know how many people are out there that want to say yes? They are looking for something. Right now, they're looking for a way to participate. They want a leader to invite them to play. They are looking for options. They need an income. They need the product. They need you in their lives right now. And you're so busy focused on recruiting means twisting somebody's arm that you're missing the boat. Stop it. Stop looking at the negative. Stop looking at the people that might say no, that you're afraid, because people might say no and they might judge you and they might condemn you and they might have judgments. Blech. Knock it off. And instead, I want you to step into, hey, let's play together. Let's have fun together. Come join me. Learn how to invite and then let it go. Let their answer go, because people have to be ready, willing, and able. And if they're not ready, willing, and able to say yes, it's okay, because they're not going to be a participating member of the team anyway. So let it go and let's move forward together. You guys feeling that? I want to know if you're committed. If you're committed, let me know, right? Yesterday I was telling you what my coach said. Get it, got it, good, right? So when I say get it, what do you say? You say, got it, coach. Got it, coach. And then I say, good. Good. Let's move together. I want to teach you how to up-level your energy, how to get out and knock on doors and say, hey, want to come out and play? And if somebody says no, it's like, no worries. I'll check back in tomorrow. We'll play something else tomorrow. Maybe it'll be a match. No worries, because I only really want people playing with me who are ready, willing, and able. I want people who are ready. So if you got it, say got it. And then guys, get out today. Do the very thing that you've been resisting. And how do we do that? We reframe it. This is a neuro tool. We're simply going to reframe it. So instead of recruiting, instead of enrolling, instead of it's sponsoring, whatever you're calling it and you're resisting, stop it. Instead, I want you to call it, I'm finding playmates. I'm finding people who want to get out in the world right now, make a difference, and they want to share this and they want to play. Want to play? If somebody says no, it's okay. You guys got it? You got it? All right, if you want to play, I need you to show up. I need you to share this video. I need you to get into the face of your people and say, hey, do you want to play? Do you want to play? If this message is something that your team needs to hear today, share this, right? Make sure you tag them. Make sure that you are getting out in the world, guys, and you are acting like a leader. You're demonstrating the energy that is required to be successful. The world needs you. I don't know how to say it any other way. The world needs you right now, today. Are you with me? And are you ready to stand up and be the leader you need to be? All right. Hey, if I'm new to you and you're like, whoa, who is this crazy lady? Let me just say this. My name is Deb Erickson. I'm a business mindset coach, and I teach people the art, really, of hacking into your brain, the neuroscience of how to get the most out of your brain, your heart, and your ability to move into action. Want to come out and play? Follow some of the links below, guys, and get some of our free training and our free neural tools. Join me in a challenge right now to help you step past whatever is limiting you, whether it's a definition or if it's a behavior. I want to help you get past it and get into action. All right, guys, love you much. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Make sure you follow the links. See you tomorrow.